Hi, everyone. Thank you very much for being here tonight. It's a special night for our baseball program. I want to apologize for not being here. I absolutely love coaching your kids and being part of this thing. But the only setback is that I don't get a chance to see my son very often when he has baseball activities or playing games or any other types of celebration. And tonight, he's being honored with other players from the county because he was selected to be part of the Orange County Senior All-Star Baseball game. So I'll be a good dad tonight, and I'll be there. I'll be there to support him. I just want to say a few things, just to thank a lot of people who are very important to our program. First, I want to start with our baseball parents, Mrs. Spelk, Ms. Super, Mrs. Bach, and Mrs. Camp. You guys are doing so much for our kids. I thank you for that. It's hard work. A lot of people don't witness it. They don't know what's going on, but we do. And I want to thank you for all the work you've done this year for our boys. Mr. Camp, taking stats during games is not easy. You want to watch the game, and at the same time, you gotta think about what's going on and following along. And even when you miss, I think, twice this year, and still you went back and pulled all the stats in. And I know it takes a lot of time to do that. So I really appreciate your commitment and working with us on that. Our team photographers, Dr. Super and Dave Sigmund, you guys are there all the time taking great shots. And as soon as I get home, I look at my email and I see about 50 pictures that I get to choose from. So thank you for doing that. Our incredible team managers, Sheridan Ree, Juliet McGee, we're going to miss you two girls. You've been with us for a very long time. And Candace, that we at least we will get a chance to have you again next year. You guys do a lot more than expected. You're there all the time. Follow us on the road. Bring Zeus along. Thank you, girls. You're more than managers. You're part of the team. You're a family. So thank you. Appreciate what you do. The Klein family, thank you for your generosity. The field looks absolutely beautiful, and you've had a lot to do with that, with the synthetic turf, the batting cage, the iron mic. Thank you. I know the field looks great right now, but with the new batting cage, we've been able to break the kids into different groups. Practices are a lot more effective because of that. So thank you for everything you've done for us. We really appreciate it. Keeping on with the field, facilities, field maintenance at Sage, John Bicking, Kyle Pheasant, Walter Harper. I mean, when I got the job at Sage 4 years ago, I kept telling everyone, "Oh, the field looks great. It's a great skeleton. There's a lot of things that we can do with it." And now it's one of the premier baseball fields in all of Orange County. The place is absolutely beautiful, and it's because of all of you guys. So thank you so much. Our athletic department, Megan Sid, Katie Chase, you guys are great. Every time I bug you for something, I never hear no. It's always yes or let's see how we can work this out. So thank you for working with me. Team Egg, you're the absolute best. You're awesome. You're the best at what you do, and you really care about the kids and the program. We really appreciate you. Ricky Sharp, who works with our boys during the off season, getting them bigger and stronger and faster. Thanks, Rick. Really appreciate everything you've done. Our parents, thank you for supporting us, for letting us coach your kids. I know it's not always easy. Sometimes we're tough on them. Sometimes we push them. Sometimes they get home and they're exhausted. But I think it's paying off overall. And like I said early on this season, not only we want to develop great student athletes, but we want to develop mature men. And I think we're accomplishing that. And we've done that this year with a bunch of guys, the group of guys that we have. Our coaching staff. You see the coaches on the field from 3 o'clock until about 6 o'clock every day, but let me tell you, there's a lot more going on. We talk to each other all the time. At first thing in the morning when I get up, I check my text messages. Throughout the day, after practices, after games, we always plan things. We always talk about your kids, how we can get them better. Lots of planning. And I have, without a doubt, the best high school baseball staff, the coaching staff in the nation. I mean, I'm sure a lot of coaches say that, but I really mean it. I have the best coaching staff in the nation. Mike Sanchez, dedicated. Mike comes whenever he can, a couple of times a week. He has a 17-year-old daughter who's graduating from high school. He just got married. He's a fireman. He's going to spend 48 hours straight at the fire station. He shows up to practice in games, sometimes without sleeping, and he's always there to help. Jude Hernandez, who has been with us for 2 years now. Jude got transferred. He's working in Burbank this year. He still makes it to all the JV games. He still rearranges his schedule so he can make it to our CIF games. And he's married. He has two kids, and he has a newborn. And he still spends all that time with our players. Chris Gomez has been a tremendous addition to our baseball program. A guy who played Major League Baseball, who doesn't have to do what he's doing. He has children. He shows up to our games and practices. As soon as we're done, picks up his kids and he takes them to their baseball practices and he helps out there. So I have a great staff that's really dedicated. And Mark Cressy, I don't even know where to begin, Mark. You're just incredible. I remember when we talked to our parents the very first time. You said, "I'm that loud guy who yells all the time. You're going to hear me from the bleachers," and I really hope that that's not what people remember, because when people get to know you, they quickly realize how selfless and how pure your heart is. I mean, you care about the game and you care about those kids, and everything you do is for them. There's nothing in this for you. There's no ego, nothing like that, and your level of dedication, showing up to the field at 12:30 to manicure the field and setting up everything for practice and putting the practice plan up so the kids can see it when they get to the field right away. I mean, you do so much more than what's expected. And I can tell you that I'm a better coach, I'm a better mentor, I'm a better teacher because of everything I've learned from you. So thank you for that, Mark. And then our players, you guys are awesome. You're smart kids. You're weird and dorky, but you work so hard, and you really bought into this concept of a baseball team, of what you need to do in order to be successful. Not only as far as winning games, but as doing the right thing. How this team is not about you; it's about the group. And the reason why we've been so successful the entire season is because everyone has a role to play, and you've all decided that is more important than what you personally can get out of it. And those are the teams that usually win, the teams that do that. So thank you for that, boys. Thank you for following the plan and doing what's right all the time. All right, so thank you guys. Have a wonderful night. A few more practices and one more game and one more win. Good night.